Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at William Byron's Daytona 500 win from 2025. As always, take a look at the box. Once again, you have the generic 2025 race winner box, 2025 race winner NASCAR Cup Series race version, winner sticker, Lionel Racing. Render the car right there, William Byron, Hendrick Motorsports, 2025 race winner. Down the side, you made 1,452 of these things. NASCAR Cup Series, standard finish, got your winner sticker down there. Got your schedule on the back, which last time I reviewed one of these boxes, I said, oh, I don't notice anything weird like the Xfinity box. I was wrong. It says Charlotte Roval for the Coca-Cola 600. And then for the actual Roval race, it just says Roval. It doesn't say Charlotte Roval. Oh, that was weird. I didn't even notice that the first time, but somebody immediately pointed out in the comments that, yes, something's wrong with the box. Anyways, register your car at Lionel Garage, and you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. A great return to a more iconic-looking Axalta paint scheme, but also, it's William Byron's own car, finally. The design is not from anything else. He has his very own flame design. And they immediately ruined it after this race. Once they won this race, it's like they decided, we're going to cheat the hell out of this car. So every single time this car appeared, it was always altered in some weird way. They got rid of the gradient, they changed the flames around. It was clearly for, some OSS trickery that was highlighted in the championship race when this car returned for his championship Final Four appearance. And it was like all over the place. The flames were moved all over the place. It had like blue lines around the entire wheel wells of the car, so everything was spaced away. Like Axalta was over the blue part that wasn't to the wheel well. They added flames, there was never flames. The gradient was gone. It was also like a day glow, or like the more of the bright red, like classic DuPont color instead of this, just bright orange red color. But that was nice, at least. The color was an improvement, but it was the most over the top, obviously OSS cheated up car I think I've ever seen in my life. He didn't win, so it didn't work, but it's just kind of funny to point out, take a look at a photo of this car from Daytona in this race, and then take a look at the photo of the car from Phoenix, and just really look at how much is crazy. So the wheel wells especially are insane, but whatever. Anyways, of course, just come with a few things. You have your race-winning sticker, and you have your race-winning stat card, if you want to see that. It's a shame they did this paint scheme too, because this version of this paint scheme looks fantastic. I said the only improvement they made past this race was making the color more day glow. But this is still a bright car. It didn't even really occur to me this wasn't the right day glow color when this first ran at Daytona. But this car looks great. It is a great, cool car, and it's really cool to have Axalta finally make a brand new paint scheme. Flame paint scheme that isn't just one of Gordon's cars in a different color or something. But hopefully this is back next year, and hopefully this original version of the car is back and not the OSS version, but whatever. Anyways, let's do a quick 360 of the car. This was not a very good Daytona 500. Nothing happened in most of the race. You had a few little wrecks here and there. Then near the end of the race, it suddenly just turned into chaos like every Daytona 500 turns into. He had Logano make a move, and then Ricky Stenhouse make a stupidly aggressive block, cause a big one. Then they went going again. There was another big one where Ryan Preece turned into a flying submarine. Then there was they finally went going again, and then there was a big wreck on the final lap on the backstretch, in which they finally decided to not throw the caution right away, but it was William Byron was the only one that got through. Reddick was far enough back that he wasn't going to catch him, so it didn't even matter that they didn't throw the caution. And William Byron kind of sort of lucks into 2 Daytona 500 wins straight. In 2024, him and Bowman literally caused the big one and then won the race. And then this year, everyone wrecked around him, and he was just in the right spot and was able to go around everyone and win. It was also funny in that race that Cole Custer, who caused the big one on the final lap, his spotter wasn't even spotting the right car. He was spotting this car, I think. How in the world does this bright red and blue flame car look anything like Cole Custer's red, silver, and black Haas car? How did he not get fired after that? That is bad. It's not even oh, there's 2 similar looking cars. Beyond being red, and they're not even the same shades of red, how does this look like the Haas car? This is one of the most unique cars. Bright red and yellow flames. How does this look like the Haas car? If you've never heard that, go try to find the radio of that, because it's really funny that as Cole Custer is wrecking in the wreck, you have his spotter be like, go high, go around him. You made it. We did it. We made it. And then like, wait, is that not you or something? It's really funny. It's not even the same, like, some people are like, oh, it's not Cole Custer's fault that he wrecked because of the spotter. Like, I think it still is because he turned down when his spotter, the spotter who was spotting this car, said something about like top of 3 or top of 4 or something. So if you're above cars, why would you turn down anyways, even if he wasn't spotting the right car? That still doesn't, whatever. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Axalta. Got Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, number 24, and Hendrick Motorsports. Down the side, you have Axalta again. Got Liberty University down there. Got just a generic green fuel cell, but it's weird that it just kind of stops on the side. Like, it's not rounded on the edge. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it's like that on all the cars. Like, it's not like it's an error, but it just looks weird. Anyways, you got ZHP, All-Pro, and Relay. On the C post, you have HendrickCars.com and Valvoline, which you can barely see. On the B post, you have Chevrolet, Axalta, Cincinnati, Climb, Freightliner, Mack Tools, and Siemens. Is that worth pointing out? Yes, this is covered in confetti, and they didn't take off any of it again. As I said before, I will always give credit to sponsors and stuff that do not make them remove confetti. This looks so much cooler this way. I said everyone loves cars like this except for that weird group of people that just despises confetti and would rather have like 10 of the same paint scheme that barely even noticeable the race versions and all look the same, but whatever. That has always confused me. I don't understand those people. Like I saw that with Kyle Larson's, his championship car. That is really covered in confetti. It looks kind of cool. I might pick that up because it's so covered in confetti, but immediately you have a bunch of people like, it's got so much confetti, I don't even want it anymore. Why does Lionel put confetti on the cars? It's like, I hate those people. Whatever. Anyways, back to this car. Enough ranting. On the back, you got Chevrolet ZL1, Axalta, number 24, and Valvoline. Got Axalta on the deck lid, and Axalta would be on the roof, but you can't see it. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. I believe the DIN's in here. Yeah. Looks like this is number, can't even see that, 338 maybe. Hard to see in there. That's where they put the number if the back window's too covered in confetti. I would say just put it on the bottom somewhere, like up here, but I don't know. Though there's people that whine about that. They're like, what do you mean we have to unscrew the car to see the DIN number? It's like, it's almost like you shouldn't be just like going through cars and only buying them because it's whatever DIN number, but whatever. Anyways, under the hood, you got Chevrolet, Raptor, Liberty University, Valvoline, CHP, Relay, and Wix filters. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously, no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the inner side of the car if you want to see that. Don't believe this has any blown tires or anything. But now let's get down to the damage and stuff. And this actually does have some damage for a super speedway win. Like I said, it does have a lot of confetti, as I said before. If you're into confetti cars, this is definitely one for you. Other than that, you got your typical dirt, grime, rubber buildup, all that. The tires do have the little like wraps or stickers on the tires for the rim, which always looks cool on the Hendrick cars. Down the side, some more just dirt and grime and such. You see the right rear is actually marked up. It looks like somebody got into him during one of the wrecks or something, I would assume. Or he just hit the wall, but I don't remember exactly what happened to him in this race. See, the lettering is pretty rubbed off of the tire as well. Does have the big super speedway spoiler. A few marks stuff on the bumper. Left rear, you see you got a little bit of fuel spill right there, but it's hard to see. And a few little marks and stuff on the tires. Some more rubber buildup and dirt and stuff. And then you can see it actually just have a mark on the left front where it looks like you got into somebody during the race. Maybe tried to side draft a little too close or got into somebody in one of the wrecks. So not a whole lot of damage for a car. This car's bigger selling point is all the confetti. So like I said, if you're into confetti, this is definitely going to be a car for you. That's why I picked it up. I did already like the paint scheme. Like I said, I'm really annoyed that they did just bastardize this paint scheme so heavily after this race. Like, Shaq Knaus knows no bounds for his OSS, or just whatever the hell he does. What's even funnier, because like Kyle Larson's car didn't look to have anything different with the paint scheme. Maybe they just aren't allowed to alter that paint scheme as much because it is the Ricky Hendrick design, but what do you know? He's the one that wins the race. William Byron blows the tire, goes into the wall, does not win the race. But it's just funny to me. I don't know. Anyways, if you want this card as a brand new release, you can get it right now. Daytona 500 usually disappear eventually, so you might want to pick this up soon. I haven't really checked how his white 2024 Axalta Daytona 500 one is doing, but they don't usually disappear immediately, but eventually all the Daytona 500 ones do seem to disappear, so you might want to pick it up if you want it. Remember, for other diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Just go check it out if you want anything. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of William Byron's Axalta Daytona 500 win from 2025. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.